What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. With Glass opening this week, since the film stars probably one of the best actors ever, Samuel L. Jackson, I decided to do my top 10 list of my 10 favorite Samuel L. Jackson movies. I gotta say, this was a completely hard list. Out of every actors top 10 list I could do, Samuel L. Jackson's list was hard to come up with because the guy's been in so many good stuff. He's been in lots of films that I've always really enjoyed and always found fondly of. But I went ahead and did it anyway. So with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Samuel L. Jackson movies. Coming in at number 10 is A Time to Kill. This is a really good little film. It was directed by Joe Schumacher, who, yes, went on to direct Batman and Robin. And, it was also written by Batman and Robin writer Akliva Goldsman. Wow, kind of weird how he went from this to Batman and Robin, but whatever. Anyway, in it, Sam Jackson plays a heartbroken father who avenges his daughter's brutal rape by shooting the bigoted men responsible for the crime, as they are. And then then of course he gets arrested and he goes to trial and you got Matthew McConaughey as the lawyer here who's trying to defend him. You got the likes of Sandra Bullock, Donald Sutherland. Who else was in this? Oh yeah, Kiefer Sutherland, Kevin Spacey. This is the If I was to do my 10 favorite Samuel Jackson performances, this probably would have been a little higher. But if I'm doing my 10 favorite Sam Jackson movies, this will probably be number 10. It's a really good movie. There's like lots of intense scenes that happens in this. It's a really good film with good performances. I just recently put out my top 10 courtroom movies, and of course, this was in that list. It's a good movie. If you guys haven't seen The Time to Kill by now, do yourself a favor, give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. All right. Coming in at coming in at number 9, I'm going to go with Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. Now, I could have gone with any of the prequels. I'm one of the rare folks who didn't mind the prequels. I actually could have gone with Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones, but my favorite one is by far Revenge of the Sith. I really dug it. Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu is a really good casting. I'm still hoping we'll see Sam Jackson as a role again in the future. It's a shame that Lucasfilm had decided to bring him back for the new Star Wars films, because Sam Jackson as Mace Windu, that was perfect casting. He plays that role just perfectly. Of course, George Lucas directed Revenge of the Sith. He directed all the prequels, I believe. I'm really hoping Lucasfilm will decide to cast him back as Mace Windu, but we'll see what happens there. All I know is I really dig Revenge of the Sith. I remember first seeing this movie in the theaters. I had loads of fun when I first saw it. It's a really good movie. Coming in at number 8 is Deep Blue Sea. Now, of course, Sam Jackson does not have that big of a role in this. If you guys seen the movie, you know why he does not have a big role in this. The Sam Jackson scene in this is literally the most surprising scenes you'll see in a movie. I remember when I first saw that scene at a young age. That scene made me jump. This movie's a year old, like pretty old, so I'll just say it. In the spoiler for Deep Blue Sea, if you guys haven't seen it, but in Deep Blue Sea, Sam Jackson's character gets killed by a shark. Yeah, that scene that's probably one of my favorite kills in a movie is the shark coming out and eating Sam Jackson. If you watch that movie for the first time and you do not expect that, you'll literally jump. Actually, even if you have seen the movie, you probably still jump because that's a really jumpy scene. And Deep Blue Sea is pretty much a guilty pleasure. It's loads of fun. I mean, it's no Jaws, or it's not as well. I gotta say, it's probably better than The Meg, which I dug, but I still dug Deep Blue Sea. You had Thomas Jane as the lead. LL Cool J was in this. I really dug this movie. And there's of course a sequel that got released. You don't need to watch that. All right, coming in at number 7 is Jurassic Park. Now, I could have probably had this a little higher, but Samuel Jackson didn't have that big of a role in here, so that's kind of why it's a little lower. But I really dug Sam Jackson in this. I mean, in Jurassic Park, he plays the chief engineer Ray Arno, who, spoiler for Jurassic Park, kind of like Deep Blue Sea, Sam Jackson also gets killed in this. I mean, unlike Deep Blue Sea, you don't really see Sam Jackson actually, get in, but his arm gets thrown, so you pretty much suspect that it was him, of course. But of course, Jurassic Park is an iconic movie. Cool dinosaurs, really cool effects. I mean, Steven Spielberg did a magnificent job at directing this. Yeah, and I mean, too bad Sam Jackson didn't really have that big a role here, because I would love to have seen him in more scenes. But the parts that he was in was iconic. I mean, the "hold on to your butt" scene is kind of one of the most iconic lines from the Jurassic Park franchise. But yeah, Sam Jackson as the role of Ray Arno was pretty cool. All right, coming in at number 6 is another guilty pleasure of mine. That is Snakes on a Plane. I gotta say, I love Snakes on a Plane. This is loads of fun. Now, unlike Jurassic Park and Deep Blue Sea, Samuel Jackson lives throughout this whole movie. I mean, Snakes on a Plane, it's not a great movie by any means, but it's completely loads of fun. I mean, it of course has the most iconic line you'll see in a movie, where Sam Jackson goes, enough is enough. I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. I love that line. And it's also directed by the late, great David R. Ellis, R.I.P. David R. Ellis. You even had Keena Thompson in this. I mean, I still own the movie on DVD, and I'll watch it whenever I get a chance to. It's a really fun movie. If you guys never had a chance to check out Snakes on a Plane, do yourself a favor. If it's on Netflix or whatever, if it's online, I don't care. Give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, coming in at number 5 is Die Hard with a Vengeance. Now, I kind of left this Die Hard movie off my best Bruce Willis list, but I'll add it in my best Sam Jackson list. Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is the third installment of the Die Hard franchise, is really fun. You had Jeremy Irons as the villain. I'm always really wondering who plays the better Die Hard villain, Alan Rickman or Jeremy Irons. I always have that debate. I'll probably go with Alan Rickman, maybe, but overall. And of course, this teamed up Sam Jackson with Bruce Willis. These two work together pretty well. And of course, they're both in Glass, which comes out this week. I mean, too bad we never seen Sam Jackson, back for the other Die Hard films, because I would love to have seen this character again. I mean, I know they're supposed to be doing another Die Hard movie, so hopefully maybe Fox or company could probably get Sam Jackson back. That would be pretty cool to see this character back again. All right, coming in at number 4, speaking of Bruce Willis, number 4 is Unbreakable. Now, Sam Jackson as Elijah Glass. Perfect casting. He's really creepy as that role. I mean, he has the creepy hair. He talks pretty creepy in this. This is definitely one of his creepiest roles he's ever done. And he plays it really well. It was of course directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who directs Glass. Bruce Willis was good in this. It's really good, and I guess you could call it like a superhero film as well. It definitely falls under the superhero genre, and it's a really good one. Also, I cannot wait for Glass, by the way. All right, my now coming in at number 3 will be the Avengers. Now, I could have gone with any of the MCU movies because, of course, Sam Jackson plays Nick Fury in almost lots of them. I could have gone with maybe Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Civil War, not Civil War, Winter Soldier I could have gone with. I think it was the Civil War. I gotta double check that, but I could have gone with any one of them. But I'm actually gonna go with the Avengers because he had a bigger part in the Avengers than the other ones. Because of course, in the first Iron Man, he just had like a tiny cameo, so I'm not gonna add that in my list. I mean, come on. Nick Fury pretty much brought the Avengers together. How could you not have Nick Fury on this list? Sam Jackson just plays that role just perfectly. He really embodies the role of Nick Fury, and he's really badass with that eye patch in his eye. How awesome is he as with that eye patch? And I really always liked the dialogue he had with the other Avengers cast members. And pretty much we're going to be seeing Nick Fury twice this year in both Captain Marvel and Spider-Man Far From Home, which of course just dropped its trailer, which is awesome. And I'm pretty sure he'll probably appear in Endgame as well. I'm just not 100% sure. But overall, the Avengers, him in the Avengers was really good. And he like I said, he's good as the road. And I mean, I don't know when his contract is supposed to be up, but I'm hoping he stays on the road because he's just perfect as Nick Fury. All right. Now, my number 2 favorite Sam Jackson movie is another superhero film, and that is The Incredibles. I mean, Sam Jackson as Frozone. Come on. Perfect voice work. I mean, of course, I really like the alliance with Frozone and his wife, which we never really seen Frozone's wife before, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, I mean, come on. I just love Sam Jackson as the role Frozone, and I was really happy when he returned as the role again for Incredibles 2. That was really cool to see. I mean, you know what? If Pixar ever announce that they're planning to do a Frozone movie, I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna be down for that. I really want to see a Frozone movie because he's a really cool and fun character. And of course, it all has to do with Sam Jackson. Him as the role of Frozone is just perfect. I mean, you know what? I'll be down for a Frozone movie more than Incredibles 3. I love to see Incredibles 3, but if I had to choose between a Frozone movie and an Incredibles 3, I might actually go with a Frozone movie because he's just that much of an awesome character. And maybe if we see a Frozone movie, they'll actually reveal what his wife looks like. All right. Now, coming in at number 1 for my favorite Sam Jackson movie ever, it's a no shocker. It's Pulp Fiction. I mean, is there any question? Pulp Fiction, of course, is going to be my favorite Sam Jackson movie. He has some really iconic lines as his Pulp Fiction role. I mean, I just love that character. The team up between him and John Travolta, always dug that chemistry. The role of Jules White is definitely one of Sam Jackson's most iconic roles. I believe this was one of his breakout roles, if I'm not mistaken. He's probably been bigger stuff before Pulp Fiction, but I think it was Pulp Fiction that really put Sam Jackson on the map. And I believe Sam Jackson scored an Oscar nomination. I gotta double check that, and lots of Jules's lines are just iconic to me. I don't want to really repeat them because they might be a little offensive, but yeah. Now, of course, after this, Sam Jackson worked with Quentin Tarantino loads of times. Now, I could have added any Quentin Tarantino movies on my list, but I'm actually going to just pick Pulp Fiction because it's probably my favorite Sam Jackson and Quentin Tarantino movie. I mean, if you guys never seen Pulp Fiction, do yourself a favor and watch that. It's a classic. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, A Time to Kill. 9, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. 8, Deep Blue Sea. 7, Jurassic Park. 6, Snakes on a Plane. 5, Die Hard with a Vengeance. 4, Unbreakable. 3, The Avengers. 2, The Incredibles. 1, Pulp Fiction. Now, there's loads of other Sam Jackson movies I could have added. I mean, maybe I should have done a top 20 because he has so many stuff. I mean, Django Unchained was good. The Hitman's Bodyguard. The Hateful Eight I could have added. Kingsman. The other 2 Star Wars prequels I probably could have added. He was in Goodfellas, which I always keep forgetting about. Black Snake Mountain he was pretty good in. Not a good movie, but he was actually good in it. Coach Carter was good. Legend of Tarzan was whatever. Jackie Brown is good, which was another Quentin Tarantino film. Kong Skull Island, Shaft. Looking forward for the new Shaft, by the way. There's Jungle Fever. He's done lots of movies with Spike Lee. The other MCU movies I could have added. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Samuel L. Jackson movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.